Hello, Cosmos Explorers. Welcome back to Cosmosphere. Have you ever wondered what would happen if the sun suddenly got angry? It was supposed to be a routine day in space. A fresh fleet of satellites had just joined the vast Starlink network, each one a miracle of engineering, designed to bring the internet to even the most remote corners of Earth. But on June 17th, 2025, something went wrong, terribly wrong. A massive solar storm, one of the strongest in decades, slammed into our planet. And in just hours, 523 Starlink satellites were lost, falling back into Earth's atmosphere like burning stars. This is the true story of how one act of cosmic violence changed everything. It began with a vision, a world where everyone, no matter where they were, could connect. From the Arctic tundra to tiny island villages, the dream was simple: fast internet for all. Starlink was SpaceX's answer. Thousands of satellites, launched into low Earth orbit, would talk to one another, forming a glowing web above us. By early 2025, that dream was close to reality. Over 7,500 satellites were already circling our world, but every dream has its dangers, and this one came from 93 million miles away. The sun gives us life, but it also holds the power to destroy. In 2025, we reached the peak of what's known as Solar Cycle 25, a period of increased solar activity that happens roughly every 11 years. Sunspots, solar flares, coronal mass ejections. These aren't just fancy terms. They're cosmic events that can cripple satellites, knock out power grids, and flood Earth's atmosphere with charged particles. And on June 17th, the sun unleashed a coronal mass ejection that raced toward us at over 2 million kilometers per hour. NASA, NOAA, and observatories around the world saw it coming, but there was nothing they could do to stop it. As the solar storm hit, Earth's upper atmosphere swelled like a balloon. It may be invisible to us, but up there, the air got denser. And for satellites orbiting at just 300 kilometers, that's a big problem. You see, these Starlink satellites were brand new. They had just been launched and were still raising their orbits, right in the danger zone. Suddenly, their paths became unpredictable. Instead of gliding silently above Earth, they began to fall. One by one, hundreds, 523 satellites in total. They burned up in the sky. Their brief lives ended in fire. What caused such a massive loss? It's all about drag. Normally, there's very little air where satellites orbit, but the solar storm superheated the thermosphere, expanding it like a thick fog. This increased drag pulled the satellites downward faster than they could adjust. And because these satellites were still in their initial orbits, they didn't yet have time to activate their full propulsion systems. SpaceX tried to save them, sending emergency commands. But it was too late. This wasn't just a mistake, it was a reminder that even in space, nature still makes the rules. Each Starlink satellite costs over $250,000 to build and launch. Losing over 500 in a single event, that's a blow of more than $130 million, vanished into the sky. But the cost isn't just financial. Every satellite that re-enters burns up, releasing aluminum oxide and other compounds into the atmosphere. Some scientists worry this could alter Earth's upper layers in ways we don't yet understand. And what if, next time, they don't all burn up, We've already seen falling debris from space crash into homes in China, Australia, and even the US. What happens when the next batch doesn't fall into the ocean? After the storm, SpaceX quickly adapted. They now delay launches during solar warnings. Satellites are equipped with better sensors, and emergency orbit-raising procedures are tested more often. But this isn't just about one company. NASA and ESA are investing in new space weather prediction models. Because storms like this, they're only going to get more frequent until the peak of solar cycle 25 in late 2025. We have to learn fast. The sky above us is changing. Satellites have become as essential as roads and bridges. But space is not a silent place, and the sun is not our friend or our enemy. It simply is. What happened on June 17th, 2025, was not an accident. It was a warning. As we build the future above the clouds and beyond, we must remember, this universe doesn't belong to us. We're just passing through, one orbit at a time.